work. Don't look at me. Does the mic work?
Hello, it's only me.
Hello.
Oh, wait, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to add them.
Yeah, they're not even in the... It's just Brendan and I today.
Wow. We're not even here.
No.
Okay, give us a second.
We're just spectating.
We're
is it
just
under
we're
this?
just
It's
voices.
not an Amusement Insiders podcast without technical difficulties.
There they are.
Hi.
There's Jake. Why is it only Jake? That's
This
the
one's still
last
zoomed
thing we
in.
need to see. Give me this. Give me this.
Okay, fixed it.
Okay.
We do not need to see Jake.
What?
I hear an echo.
Oh.
No echo, okay.
Honestly, whether you hear an echo or not, I don't believe you anymore because Jake and I spent a while testing this.
It's going to do it, watch. Don't say that now.
That's pretty good right there.
Okay, welcome.
Look who's here.
Hi.
Who
Not-
are you?
Not that you can tell who that is anyway.
People are saying echo.
Okay, then mute your mic.
No. There's
Hello,
no
hello.
echo.
Oh, this might be why.
There is no echo. You guys are the problem.
How about now? How about now?
Hello.
It's got to be something weird. Like, it's so weird. It works in the
I
testing.
was screaming in the mic. I was screaming in different directions. I don't understand this.
Is the
nonsense.
echo good, guys? How about now?
It doesn't matter.
It does matter. We're
No.
gonna share a mic. Talk right into the mic. You set it up so Craig's head is on Jake's body. Talk right into the mic. Oh no, it sounds good.
Perfect.
Sounds perfect. Okay, perfect. All right. So, all y'all were clickbaited into coming in today's stream. I'm kidding. We'll talk about that later. I will tell you guys that things are definitely heating up on this project. Things are happening, and we've had to do a lot of research. And when I say a lot of research, I'm talking about reaching out to I'm reaching out to American engineers. I'm reaching out to Canadian electricians. I'm reaching out to people in the construction industry. And I'm getting solid information for you guys so I can be as, so I can be as accurate as I possibly can be. But I do want to touch on something. So I think some of you are forgetting that our camera's a little blurry on my end. Is that just me?
Maybe you're going blind.
Interesting. So I do want to touch on something. I've gotten a lot of people being like, if you said this last week. So for those of you that actually watch the podcast, you already know this, but I don't know a lot. I don't know what the coaster is. I don't know the layout. I just know little bits and bots, and my Patreons know what I know. I've decided to create a map of what I know and what is speculation. And I'm going to start doing that in my regular content as well, just so you can decipher what is speculation and what is actual facts. So I just wanted to say that because some people I think are saying every time I'm guessing something, someone's will be like, well, last week you said this. And I'm like, yeah, I did. And then I corrected it. And there's going to be a lot of that, by the way. There's going to be a lot of hopping back and forth. There's going to be a lot of changing things up. In fact, there's a big one in today's podcast that we're going to talk about, and it's still speculation, even though I got somewhat confirmation of what it is coming out of that mountain. But we're still going to label it speculation until we see the threaded rods go up in it. But with that being said, now that I got that disclaimer out there, Caden, how was your week?
This is Caden.
Yeah, my name is Caden. I go by Caden Coasters on all socials. My week was relatively boring. I went to school and had a dentist appointment there. That's my week.
How do we know you? Who are you? You just kind of showed up here.
Yeah.
Into the podcast warehouse.
Yeah.
He's been on the podcast.
Last year, I think. It was last year, I think. Yeah, I was on the podcast once.
Couple videos.
Yeah, I've been in a couple videos. That's really where you have seen me on this channel before.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm Jake.
Oh my.
I got a haircut.
Jake has been just extra Jake lately, and it's really getting disheartening. So if we can start getting some hate comments towards Jake in the chat, it would be appreciated.
I got a new phone this week, and I'm taking extra care of it. It's Leviathan Blue. I call it Leviathan Blue.
You're not even going to show the camera?
You
Look.
literally just showed us the back.
Because you don't need to see the back. I mean,
guess
the
that's a valid
front.
point. I guess.
The front has Steel Vengeance on it. The best coaster. And then I'm also wearing my Blockstone sweater. Caden is wearing his nice new beautiful Blockstone sweater
Do you
as
want
well.
to explain that?
We're
Oh my
matching.
God.
I bought it for him.
Yeah,
So,
this
now we're
podcast,
matching.
as you can tell, the people on
Thanks
it
to
are
El Toro
avid
Ryan.
fans of El Toro Ryan.
Oh yeah, we are.
They're actually Caden's family is Vessi supporters.
Yeah, we are. We have Vessi shoes, Vessi gloves.
What's
I'm
a-
pretty
what's a
sure
Vessi?
my mother has a Vessi hat, but I'm not too sure. But I think so.
What is
yeah.
that?
It's a brand El Toro Ryan has a sponsorship
It's
with.
like waterproof.
but it's like a
awesome.
good sponsorship.
We used
like, the
code El
product
Toro
actually
Ryan.
works. Yeah.
Code El Toro Ryan for 20% off.
Yeah. I've heard nothing but amazing things about Vessi.
Brendan, how was your week? And Craiga.
You go first because I can't remember my week right now. I feel like that's so Raven right now.
What did I do? I took my car to a racetrack. That was this week. Otherwise, I've done nothing. Oh, and I worked one day. It snowed. Did it snow where you guys were? We got like this much. And then the
Yeah.
wind blew it all away. So I didn't even have to do anything at work. It was great.
My week was great. I am definitely getting exhausted. I work full time and then flying the drone. And like I have to fly at specific times to catch certain things, so like that's really hard to incorporate. Sometimes I have to use him. But yeah, honestly, this project is really stressing me out. I've actually had to like remind myself that I didn't know what Yukon was until about halfway through. Like, so this season's starting halfway through this season before next year's like launch of the coaster, for example. So I have to keep reminding myself that because I am actually like upset that I don't know more than I do right now. But I have to keep reminding myself there's literally just a foundation about to go in, and that's all we have to judge off of, and reinforced tunnel. Oh my god, someone just said Jake's the worst ride op. Oh my god, I might echo. I just played around with my mic. Okay, did everyone say how their week was? Amanda, how was your week?
Amanda.
Amanda's here supervising because
She's in the podcast warehouse.
yeah, this friend group needs a mom because we're all irresponsible.
You're not much more responsible when I'm around.
Yeah, I went to the dollar store with Jake and Caden, and they are like 5-year-olds. Jake was picking up candy and throwing it at Caden. Caden was yelling like a horse.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I had to pull them both. No, you weren't there yet. I had to pull them to the side and kind of give them like a dad, like Jake, behave.
But why don't we get into some good stuff? So we'll start off with the
We can't see.
name changes.
Name changes.
Oh.
So Thunder Striker. Caden, do you want to start? How do you feel about Thunder Striker and Project 305?
Thunder Striker, I do not like that name at all. The logo of the car, it's fine, I guess. It's something kind of relating back to Intimidator, but not really enough.
Thunder
Pro-
doesn't even strike.
why do we have so many strikers and strikes in the Cedar Fair chain? That's a thing I have. But yeah, Project 305, honestly, I don't mind it. It's a actually good name, but I know we're probably going to get an announcement later on in the season about what it's going to be. And I'm thinking we're going to get new trains with I-305 too, which is interesting.
Who says that?
King's Dominion's Instagram post.
All right, here's what I think. Intimidator.
Oh my god, he's so funny, guys. This is Jake.
He's so proud of himself.
Okay, just think about it how this way from like Wonderland when they went from Italian job to backlot. All the old people are going to call it Italian job and all the new people are going to call it backlot. So when new people come to the park, they're
That's
going to
you.
think of it as whatever Thunder Striker. But everybody else who's ridden the ride or know of the ride are all going to call it Intimidator. So it's just, it is what it is. And that's, there's nothing we can do about it, obviously. But that's just how I think it's going to play out.
I liked the NASCAR stuff in my opinion, but that's just me because
He likes cars.
I like
Racing.
cars too. And that's
Dale
stupid.
Earnhardt. I love Dale Earnhardt, the Intimidator.
What is a Thunder Striker? Like it doesn't make any. Why?
Yukon Striker didn't make any sense either.
Yes,
it makes
did.
perfect sense.
Yes,
You're
it
gonna
did.
start a war, Jake.
It makes perfect sense. You know what doesn't make sense? Naming a ride after some fake
Mythical
sea
sea
monster.
creature.
What do you think, Craiga?
I just told you. I like cars and I disapprove of this name change. I know another one got changed. What's?
Oh, not yet. So I think some people misunderstood, but Project 305 is like
Yeah,
a
but
hint.
I actually like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually like Project 305. That's such a cool name.
Like this side, DJ.
No, in front of your face.
Move the mic to the other side of your face. Ooh.
It's perfectly fine.
Now it's blocking your face completely.
Good. I know I ain't the prettiest one in the shed, even though I won the prettiest person at Wonderland award. That's much better. Okay, perfect. Way better. Okay, hi. So I personally, obviously, like everyone else, hate Thunderstriker. I hate the logo too. It looks like a kid took his little drawing, put it on
Like-
top of Thunderstriker, and then blasted a little red platform behind it.
What the hell is that? You can make that in Canvas.
But I don't know like how I feel about all these name changes. Like I get it, contracts expired. So the licensing obviously ran up because it was Errol Earnhardt or something
Dale.
like that. Yeah, Dale Earnhardt. So I just feel like there were so many other things they could have done before calling it Thunderstriker. It really felt like Cedar Fair forgot to change its name, got the notification on their alarm that it was due today, and then literally came up with this. But that's how it looked. That's how it felt to me. Project 305, I think, is going to be a lot cooler, to be honest. Especially, it's in the jungle area, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
It is.
Jungle X.
Behind Flight of Fear.
Aren't there rumors
They would
like of a
have to-
cheetah theme or
They
something
would
like
have
that?
to retheme Flight of Fear as well if they were going to do I-305.
It wouldn't make sense to have a alien themed coaster if they expand Jungle X into I-305's Plaza. To have an alien themed coaster in that area, just separating the two.
Yeah.
It's so dark.
Why are they so dark?
Yeah.
They're evil. Oh, that helped.
Because I know how to use a camera. There we go.
Did the audience really want to see more of them? Like,
Yeah, honestly, that's so true.
okay, how do we get rid of that?
Just click OK.
Okay. All right. Has everyone spoken their truth? Amanda, what do you think about Thunderstriker?
Stupid.
What do you think of I-305?
Like, what a stupid name.
What about I-305?
They have
What,
a-
is Project 305 right now?
Yeah.
What are we talking? It doesn't have a name yet.
What do you think of the
I know
ride?
too much.
Anyway.
That's good.
Yeah, I think we can still hear you.
Amusement Insiders ASMR. Okay. So here is an example of one of those maps I was talking about. It really sucks that they can't see. You guys don't have your phone on you, Jake?
Yeah, Jay.
So this is an example. Obviously, my Patreon one is a lot better. I'm working on an updated one. So here are a few things that I do know. So I want to point out the orange. So the orange is a new formation. You guys are going to get a construction update with a lot more details and a lot better footage that shows what I filmed today. I have a lot to talk about. You're going to get most of it in today's podcast. So please support the construction update still when it comes out. But the orange is a new formation that's taking place that we are pretty much ready to call a launch track. We're waiting on a few more details before we can fully call it that, but there is evidence that this is going to be a launch. Even an engineer in the state says that this aligns with some other projects that looked like launch sheds almost, so that's really cool. But I wanted to show you guys the black square. So the black square is what that floor essentially is like inside the mountain. So the station is unknown. We don't know the location of the station, but we know that work has obviously started on the station somewhere. And if any of you remember, we're going to touch on that a little bit down. There were forms in the mountain during the beginning of Halloween Haunt at the end of September, and those were in the green circled area down in the basement. So I have a feeling that's where the station would most likely go. And if you look, it kind of aligns with like the reinforced red tunnel. So the red tunnel over by Wonder Mountain's Guardian is being reinforced. It should be done actually by the end of next week. And then the orange is the new launch shed, if it ends up being that. So that's speculation. And the black is the floor that it can take up and occupy. So it's a really interesting project because it's really confusing. So when I talked to the American talk directly to the mic. You might go. You sound great now. Oh, okay, perfect. Okay, so I need to continuously just look straight when I'm talking. I'm sorry. I'll have to get used to this. It's really difficult to predict this project because there's 2 areas of land that this project is potentially heading out towards. You have the reinforced tunnel, and what I was just saying, sorry, I lost my train of thought, is the American engineer and then an engineer I know in Canada both stated that the amount of reinforcement that they're doing on that tunnel does not suggest that it's a maintenance tunnel. So I was told it's a maintenance tunnel, but I was told by people that would probably want me to think it's a maintenance tunnel, to be fully honest. So it would make sense if that information is incorrect. But what's interesting is I'm being directed that they would not need that much amount of reinforcement on a maintenance tunnel. The amount of reinforcement that they're drilling in, the forms and the steel piles that they're driving and filling is insane. So we definitely have been told to keep our eye there, and it would align, but it's a very big plot of land if the coaster is exiting both those tunnels. So, yeah. It's confusing. And anyone who's worked with me on this, like covering this project, can vouch how stressed I am. Like, Craig, how stressed am I?
On a scale from 1 to 10, I'd say 15.
But what was I going to say? Oh my God, Craig, what do you think about the information that we've covered so far? And be careful with what you say. Jake, especially you, be careful with what you say.
Personally, we didn't set up the drawing thing, so we can't draw on the picture, first of all.
No.
I think it's going to be an invert. That is my thought. I think it's going to hang off. Oh, I don't know what I can and can't talk about. Like those.
Oh, we're in deep trouble.
No clue.
I should have given better direction. Okay, speak freely about everything except for inside.
I'm not talking about inside. I'm talking about outside.
Okay,
Like the orange lines.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I think those orange lines are going to be used for supports on either side, for like an invert. The track's going to go in the middle. Yeah, look how much he hates the idea. And it's going to swing up, either go into a spike.
A spike, an inverted spike?
It's going to.
Ain't no way an invert has a spike.
Keep going.
Or it's just
A
gonna
B&M.
do a
That's what I'm
nice.
thinking.
It's gonna do a nice Yukon's first element over the mountain. That'll be really
Call
cool.
it an Immelman.
Over the mountain?
Yeah,
It's gonna be a drawn out like.
it is. Yeah, that's
That's
exactly
gonna
what's
get
gonna
some
happen.
serious
I'm
hand
going
time.
with the spike though. I think it's gonna do the spike.
An inverted spike.
Jake. Yeah, can you see the drawing before you?
Is it the same drawing as before?
You with the orange lines,
Yeah,
the
okay,
green
yeah.
circle. Okay.
So those 2 orange lines,
I'm so scared. It's gonna leak something.
they're on your screen. Kaden, you go first.
Okay. I don't really have much to say on the location of the station or launch track. I don't know that much about any of that, placement. But I'm really just hoping for a Zamperla launch or a Vekoma launch, as I need a break from B&M personally. And I've heard Vekoma launches are pretty good launches, even on their smaller coasters. The size of this coaster, I feel like it's going to be big, so I'm hoping it has a launch with a good punch to it, at least, minimum.
I always get a good punch on Snoopy's Racing Growway, so any launch coaster, I'll be honest. The first time I rode Snoopy's Racing Growway, my head was like this, and it's like, Snoopy, get us out of here, and then my head went. I'm like, holy, this ride's intense.
Jake just can't handle speed.
So
He sounds like me when I was trying to overhype Yukon.
So like, a launch coaster is a launch coaster. Brennan was trying to convince me it was a Tempesto clone earlier.
What?
Whoa.
Did I do that?
I said
don't even-
Tempesto,
what's
and
a
then you said,
Tempesto
yeah,
clone?
like a.
No, I said, wouldn't it be funny if it's something small? Actually, guys, can you help us? Because we couldn't figure out as a group. Oh man, we're gonna make ourselves seem like GP. Those new models, those super models, the coasters that do almost like a heart shape.
Skyrocket something.
Not the skyrocket, the super like big ones that are like giga versions of them.
Like the same concept but different layout.
It's not the one that Great Adventure is getting.
No,
I don't
not
think
the
what
super
Brendan's
one.
talking about exists.
Oh
No, it does. There's plans of it.
it's like a mock or something. The Zamperla heart shape. So it is by Zamperla.
Yeah.
And I was literally scared because I was like, this literally is
clue.
starting to look like it could just fit in the mountain.
No clue what that is.
A double heart, yeah.
Oh, I was thinking as well, before Brendan continues, that it could be Premier Rides, because we haven't talked about that yet. And Premier Rides is, still making rides. They made West Coast
That-
Racers.
Thank
Wafers?
you. What Jacob posted. Yeah.
Racers.
Where is that gonna fit?
So yeah.
Right in the mountain.
Yeah. It's gonna fit in the black box there.
Go.
Personally, I don't think we're gonna work with Premiere. I think we're going with Zamperla or Vekoma. One
I
of
was
those
just saying
two.
it's an option, not saying it's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
gonna happen.
But like new Vekoma, I'd be all for it to see what their newer models are like, or just straight Zamperla.
Are you that comfortable to rule out a B&M?
It's Wonderland. we're
Enough.
I know.
talking
Okay,
about.
so like, take our feelings out of it. I keep having to remind myself this because I do find myself in the same kind of state where I'm like purposely ruling out B&M as much as I possibly can. But do you guys really think that we can rule out a B&M that comfortably?
No, well, here we go. So like the park, when they order their parts, they have 3 B&Ms and they order all their parts all at the same time, so it's cheaper. And they already have a
Yeah,
whole bunch of
that's scary.
Zamperla rides, like Peanuts 500 is Zamperla, for example, and Snoopy's Revolution, Zamperla. When they order those parts, they can also order the parts for this ride. That's why I think it's not going to be Vekoma, personally, because we don't work with Vekoma in the park, other than the SLC. So, yeah.
I'm thinking to rule out B&M on that topic. I'm thinking looking at where the size of the launch track could be, launching an 8-car long wing coaster train on that size of a launch track. I don't see it happening, but Cedar Fair is working with New Vekoma.
We also haven't eliminated the surf coaster or the B&M family sit-down coaster,
Invert is not ruled out yet either, by the way.
according to Craig.
Yeah, according to Greg. Shut up, Jake.
All right, let's continue. Next
Yeah.
topic.
Or Brendan's
So we're
opinion.
done the tunnel. Oh, okay,
Oh,
so
yeah.
I do want to stress that we don't know which tunnel this coaster is going to go out of for sure yet. So I have some people telling me the red tunnel is just for maintenance. I have other people telling me that it's for the coaster and to not keep my eyes off of it. Then I have people telling me the orange tunnel is a launch tunnel as well, and it's like definitely a launch tunnel, which you guys will get a little taste of when I show you a super zoomed in shot of it. So it's really confusing. And yeah, I mean, construction's going to stop somewhat soon. Like within a month, construction's going to stop as the park ramps up.
Needs to open
Yeah.
and needs to look nice, presentable.
But yeah, it's definitely getting really interesting. But let's move on to the next
What
subject.
the hell is the name of that?
Launch electric coaster.
Yeah, it's just...
I don't know why I called it. Oh, I called electric because this
Oh,
topic.
because electrical.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, why don't you explain what we saw today? I want to see how dumb you explain it.
Okay, so what we saw here at Wonderland is some guy was on a crane.
A crane,
What is that? That's a bucket thing. I forget the name of those. Those
Cherry
have a
picker.
specific...
right?
Actually, I think some people do call those cherry
Yeah.
pickers. Yeah, sure. We'll go with cherry pickers. And he was working on the line that goes from Wonderland's power to the city of Vaughn's power, which is very interesting. That's all he was doing. That's all I can tell you. No, wait. Alcantara. Who's Alcantara?
Electra.
Those guys. So Electra was disconnecting the city of Vaughn's power so the Wonderland people could work on it. And then when we were driving to fly the drone for like the 5th time today, then we saw them reconnecting the power.
Yeah. So anyone else want to try and explain that?
Why am I being name dropped like crazy in the chat? Why? Who just figured out my name? Lock.
Okay. Okay, I'll explain. So what they were doing was they disconnected the power to Wonderland to this specific transformer. They then are, if you look closely, in my video that'll come out tonight, you'll see that they were actually working in there, inputting more. I don't know what those giant. It looked like Jurassic Park. They were inserting like cells into the transformer there. And yeah, it was Smith and Long, and they're working on the transformer, which is another sign that the park is gearing up for a launch coaster. Fuses. Thank you, Kyle C. Oh man. Anyone
Maybe,
have any?
actually, that's a very real possibility.
That is 100% fuses.
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
We saw the white, like it was very Jurassic Park when the guy had to put like the Caden, you would know this.
Is Caden an electrician?
No, he's a Jurassic Park fan.
When he was cutting the power, is what you're talking about,
Yes,
right?
yeah, and he had like weird fuses or whatever.
The Jurassic Park people
Oh,
automatically know a
fuse-
lot about electrical.
I mean, he didn't really play around with fuse boxes. That was like dinosaur embryos. I'm pretty
Oh.
sure is what you're talking about.
Oh, okay, well, Kyle C.
Well, that similar activity that Wonderland was doing.
Yeah, taking stuff out and
Yeah,
not necessarily stealing them, but
he's an electrician. So
yeah,
that
that's
makes sense.
trusted.
Yeah.
All right. So, what do you guys feel? Are you excited? Do you think this is a sign to a launch coaster? What's Jake's famous saying?
It's a launch invert.
We don't know anything until the park makes an official announcement. That's
That's
my-
all Jake knows. Anytime we ask Jake a question, Jake, what do you think about this?
I don't know anything until the park makes an official announcement.
That's what I sound like to you in your brain.
That is what you sound like in my brain, yes.
Today, Brendan was like, "Yo, look at this," and then I'm like, he's like, "I think it's this." I'm like, "Well, I think it's, I don't really know," and I'm like, and then he was saying this, and then this. I'm like, "I don't really know anything until the park makes an announcement."
Useless.
And then what did I say to you?
Useless.
Nothing.
I said you work for a speculation and rumors channel. What are you doing here? Oh boy, the next topic. It's the big one. It's what you are all in here for.
It's the reason you're here.
This is where you guys get a lot of information, okay? Wow, does that not look like a track piece?
Oh my god.
Wow.
It has been
Whoa.
revealed.
It's
Can
a
we
B&M.
take guesses as to what it is, Brendan? Don't spoil it.
Okay, well, everyone in the chat, what do you think that is?
What track does that look like to you guys? The color looks sick, if
I
you
feel
ask
so
me.
bad.
Premier Rides.
I really like that color, if
thinking
you want my
penguin
honest
track.
opinion.
Yeah.
Jake, how do you feel about the color? White for the new coaster?
It's the B&M. It's the snowboarding coaster.
Guys, don't get too excited. Don't get too excited. Everyone's so excited. Oh my god. So when we first filmed this, we 100% fell for it as well, but that is not track. That is a form. So I want to explain this whole section to you guys. I'm hiding a lot of the what's going on here. As you can see, my camera's blocking it. I wanted to hide it because I want you guys to watch the construction update when it comes out. But essentially, what my body is specifically hiding for you guys right now
Must be hiding a lot.
is threaded rods.
I'm so confused.
He just said it's hiding a lot. Maybe Wonderland is forcing me to say it's not track. There are threaded rods here, and this is about to become what we would assume and what we asked, keywords asked, threaded rods for what looks like a launch area of the ride. So walls will start to go up and footings will start to go in, which when you watch the video, there are signs that footings are going to be poured for a coaster. So it's interesting. And yeah, that's track. That's not track.
It's not track.
It is not track.
It
Trust
is
me.
definitely not track.
I don't know how to word this, but if it was track, I would know. I would be able to inquire and get an answer for you guys. Rebar, yes, rebar that can be used for threaded rods. Because there's little. They'd end. That's they'd end on a cross-tie segment. Yeah. But yeah, so what can I say? So I want you guys to pay attention to the human body that you see there. And then I want you to pay attention. I'm going to use the corner of Jake's camera. So look at the corner of Jake in the camera. Right there is ground level. So you guys know, okay? Did you guys see that? You guys needed to see that for perspective. That's a 10-foot, what looks like a 10-foot, 8 to 10 feet drop from ground level where the bricks are down into that hole. So that says a lot. Who wants to go first? What do you guys think about what you see on the screen?
I
Not
don't
what is
see. I
hidden.
don't even see 8 to 10 feet hole. What are you talking about? 8 to 10 feet hole. Now that I'm looking at this on your computer screen, it looks like we're the guy.
Look at the human body right here, and look at the top.
What do you see?
Look here.
Yeah, but look at this Mord standing. Look
but
how high up
that's-
he is.
Yeah, but look at the perspective. Look right there. Boop, boop, boop.
Okay, but what's that guy standing on?
And then...
Why are we so hidden?
Because nobody wants to see you, Jake.
Oh.
I'm joking. I'm sorry.
Lined up.
Where in the park is this? This is right next to Vortex's lift hill. So this would not go under Vortex's lift, by the way. I saw some people saying that earlier. This would be right beside Vortex's lift.
It's next to the Sprite game, the basketball.
Yes, you can, as you can see by the Sprite machine right there, and the little green tarp.
So it is track. No, it's not track. It looks like track. Trust me. It's not track. I would know.
As much as we want to believe it.
Okay, here's my thoughts and opinions.
Mm-hmm.
They, in terms of the whole project itself, this side has seen a lot more action than the maintenance tunnel side, the other side by Guardian. So I feel like because there's so much more action over here, this side is gonna have or host a bigger thing for the ride. Doesn't mean the other side won't have something for the ride, but this will have something bigger for the ride, if that makes sense. Yeah?
Yes. Like, sorry, can you repeat that? I zoned out a bit. I was reading comments.
Okay, so the action in this area is a lot more. There's a lot more action, and it's happened a lot faster than the other side by Guardian. So I think it has something to do with the 2025 attraction more than the other side. Not saying the other side doesn't, but like there's something bigger. It could be the station, could be the launch, could be something much more important on this side compared to the other side.
Yes. Thank you for explaining that without using the information of inside. Could the maintenance tunnel be the queue? No. Okay, so again, I do agree with what people have told me that there's, so again, you know what, in my construction update, I'll try and describe it really well for you guys, but essentially what I'm going to talk about in the construction update is what they're doing is they're drilling down and in one section putting a pile, like a steel pile, and then beside that steel pile, they're doing a cement foundation, like footing. Then they're doing another hole and a steel pile, and it's so much reinforcement of the tunnel. It's insane. So you can't, like, they wouldn't need that amount of reinforcement for a walkway or a maintenance tunnel. This is like, from what I was told, really like costly and like over the top work that they're doing to that maintenance tunnel.
Caden?
I'm thinking with the extremely reinforced wall, it would make sense to have a launch in that area, as when a train is launching at certain speeds, there's going to be vibrations running through the track, through the supports, into ground. That's going to go throughout that entire tunnel. So it would make sense to have extremely reinforced walls, especially from the mountain and being underground and everything.
Yeah, and it's been around for 45 years.
You're getting a look. Yeah, to have that extremely reinforced wall to take in the vibrations of a launch coaster. With the action on the other side of the mountain, I'm not too sure and confident enough to say anything about what's going on over there.
So can I ask you guys, do you not see how hard this project is to cover with 2 holes in the mountain?
And us not knowing anything.
Like, oh yeah? I like that answer. It's so confusing. We are about to break some news on this podcast, though.
Oh, we are?
Oh.
Yeah, we are.
Oh, we are.
We are.
Well, has Craig said his opinion?
Yeah, I did. We did already. Don't worry.
Yeah, he
Brendan?
thinks it's an invert. He's team invert.
Oh.
Brendan, you gave your input, right?
I did. I want to save some things for the construction update because I do know a lot of what's going on here. Anyone who works in the construction industry can probably look at this photo right now and exactly know what's about to happen. But essentially, if you've ever had a home built for you, or you've seen homes under construction, or you've seen big buildings under construction, what they're about to do is they've created forms and they're going to build like these really deep 4 feet about cement, concrete foundations, and then they'll have little threaded rods that poke up, and it'll either be for building structure, track, whatever is going to connect to it. So that's what you're going to see next week as they work towards that. So definitely very interesting, and we'll be keeping a very close eye on it. He'll be on call.
I will.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's it. My construction update will have everything else. Everything after this is going to be some Cedar Fair announcements that they secretly made. So here are some forms that were found in the mountain in that green circled area. I just wanted to re-show them for you guys, so I don't even know if we need to stay here too often and talk about this. They were there in early or late September when Haunt first started, and these wouldn't be just sitting there for like 6 months?
Around there.
October, November, December, January. Yeah, about 5 months. So I feel like they've been used, and that's where the station is, wherever these were used in the mountain. I'm trying to think of if you guys have any comments about these forms. Do you think that they were used, or do you think that they were stored there for 5 months?
I think they've been stored here for the last 5 months.
Well, these aren't the ones being used outside the mountain.
I think they've definitely been stored there for the last 5 months, maybe even longer.
Really?
I feel like they have been used, as in they're so stacked perfectly away in an area, and it
Unused.
would make sense that forms that that length and that width would be used for a station platform to support the entirety of a platform between track, concrete, gas, anything that a station uses.
Okay. Jake?
Caden touched every point I wanted to touch.
Potentially heading
Potentially
towards breaking news. The park should be having a video come out very shortly. We were told in a week or two. So this is Alpin. Cedar Fair has broken. By the way, I don't know if this has been leaked in the coaster community yet. But here is, as a stockholder, here is some of the information that they released to us. Knott's Berry Farm is going to be a test park for one of those Amazon self-serve stores where you can walk in and you can take what you want and it'll auto-charge you. And so I just put that on the screen as that was breaking news, and I could totally see that coming to Canada's Wonderland at some point too, even though I'm a little questionable about that because of the Von Teens. But with Canada's Canada's high labor cost, not saying that's my opinion, but to accompany the high labor costs, I could see a park like Canada's Wonderland be testing that. But with that being said, in tonight's construction update, you're going to see Alpin, and you're going to hear me talk about Alpin being a huge area that could be coming to Canada's Wonderland, and there's evidence of that. And I wanted to put a little bit of evidence of that in front of you guys on the screen here. So, Caden, having an old mother, what's your opinions about the old Alpin area potentially coming back?
Look, she had to put her glasses on to read her phone.
What's your opinion on Alpin potentially returning to Canada's Wonderland?
I never knew too much about Alpin, but I like the idea of it. I'm excited to see what it is going to turn out to be. But then again, I also don't know too much about what it was. Mother, what was Alpin in the Paramount days?
Take the mic, take the mic, take the mic.
Alpin was like a Swiss area. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Now-
Oh, that would work
The
perfect,
when you
Brendan.
came- When you walked in from the front and you went to the right side of the mountain,
Yeah.
it was all over that area.
Yeah.
That would look perfect with the B&M surf coaster themed to skiing.
The Matterhorn thing, whatever it was called, yeah.
I loved That area.
Isn't that also where Thunder Run was before it was put in the mountain as Blower Enzyme?
I am gonna upload the construction update tonight, guys, as a little special. I did not update the Patreons for the first time ever because it was a lot to cover, and I wanted it to be
On the podcast.
on the podcast. With that being said, there's going to be some news on Thunder Run's old station. There's going to be some news on Tiny Tom's Donuts.
Krispy Kreme is better anyway.
Where are the donuts?
And yeah, so we'll talk about that in the construction update. But outside of that, just a little hint that Alpin as a whole, a little hint there, as a whole, appears to be under construction.
Is that really how you pronounce that?
What?
Alpin?
Alpin.
It's not Alpine?
Alpine.
It's
It
not
depends how it's
Alpin?
spelled. ALPEN or ALPINE.
At the end,
Is it INE?
It's INE.
Then it's Alpine.
it's Alpine.
Guys, is it Alpin as I'm pronouncing or Alpine? I
Alpine.
swear
Alpine.
growing up it was
Alpine.
Alpin.
There's an E at the end. It's the bossy E.
That's
so
going to be
it makes-
so funny
It's
if I'm wrong.
Alpine.
Yeah.
It would.
There's E at the end. Makes it Alpine, yeah.
Yeah.
Pine. I'm wrong.
What that's fun would be Alpine. Alpin would be like how the beginning of Alpengeist is spelled.
Everyone's. Why didn't y'all correct me on that? Y'all give me too much credit. You should have been yelling at me.
Because
We didn't know how it was spelled at
Not
first.
you guys, the audience. No
Oh.
one was correcting me.
You spelled it every way in the way you say it.
Oh, someone's telling me there is no E.
ALPN or ALPINE.
The
Y'all
area
shoulda-
isn't named yet.
Isn't it Alpin? Wait, I don't even know. Echo. Wait. Is it back? Hello? Is it working okay?
no, there's no echo.
Echo. Everyone's saying echo. Massive echo. How did that even happen?
That is impossible.
Oh, wow. How did that happen?
Wait, is it fixed, Jake?
No. Hello. Is it fixed?
Wait, continue talking.
Is it fixed? Hello. Testing.
Sounds like it.
It's not as bad.
Craig, I'll hold both mics towards that mic and then talk.
Testing. Whoa.
Just mute it.
I'm not giving Brendan my mic.
Hello. We fixed the problem. Okay, so with that being said, that's your little teaser. Again, watch my construction update. I was wrong. I'll call it Alpine from now on. I'll call it Alpine. Watch me be right. I hope when Wonderland drops their video, they're like, Alpin. Here's some news that you guys kind of already know about. Oh, it's a little quiet. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. The difference in microphone. I'm so used to talking loud. So Canada's Wonderland will be launching their new Fastlane technology on April 20th, 2024. In fact, in tonight's construction update, you'll actually see them installing that. So I got some cool footage for you there.
There's no E.
There's no E? So it is Alpin? It's Alpin!
I just looked up an old map.
Oh, I'm so excited. It is Alpin, everyone. It's Alpin. So you'll see them installing it. They're working on all the rides that have Fastlane. They're installing electrical, which will have some electrical scanners at the rides that you'll then scan your QR code on either your wristband or your phone if you're using the single-use day ones from like Prestige, or if you bought them to skip a one-time ride on a ride. Okay, so outside of that, that's really exciting. So it is confirmed that the new Fastlane technology will be coming to Canada's Wonderland. What do you guys think about?
Finally.
What do you think about that, Craiga?
I think we've had enough problems with people scamming Fastlane as it is, and this will fix all of it. Everything will be fixed. Although it's probably going to make the lines take so much longer because now you got to scan everybody's wristband and this and that, and they're probably going to forget about it in a year like they did the first time.
I don't know. You can't really fake this one. Jake has a lot to say. I can tell. Just look at him.
What, Jake? What's your problem?
Oh.
Is he not allowed to talk? It's public information.
Oh, can we not go to you guys? Okay. If they don't want to talk about it, it's totally cool. I get why. Okay, talk more. How do you feel about this? We should trigger them. Let's trigger here. Watch. So I personally think that that this system is great. It's going to require a lot more time from the ride ops to devote.
Fine though, because they need to learn better time management.
Yes, they need better time management, and I like that it's gonna, more time devoted to checking us our wealthier people. I'm kidding, by the way, about this, but I'm just trying to trigger them. And I like that, the ride ops are gonna have to give us Fastlane people more time than the regular people, and that we'll get to show our fancy wrists. Me, I'll be like, I'm white, very white. I haven't tanned yet. I know we're halfway through summer, but here I am. Look at that. I shine and reflect. And you need to... No, don't go over there. Come over here. Scan my barcode now. And then I want front row. We want front row, right?
We want front row.
We want front row. And
My
that's
cheeks
that.
hurt from smiling. I've just been smiling. My cheeks hurt so bad.
So yeah, apparently it's a German word for Alpen.
Don't ask questions.
Oh my God, I was not referring it to like that, by the way. Is that why you gave the? Oh my God, no, I was talking about the fact that I don't tan because I'm showing my wrist, and I don't know if you can tell, but for those of us that aren't tan, we're whiter here, like we're reflective in summer.
I just wouldn't defend yourself any further.
I become a tomato in the
I
summer.
would just leave it.
By the way, I do disagree that Fastlane people should always have the first pick of front row. I do think that it gets in the way of the average guest being able to choose where they want to sit. So just to clarify, I'm not in favor of us Fastlane people always having first lane.
You don't tan, you melt like Frosty the Snowman.
Install a turnstile, you won't require... Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Do you have anything else to say?
No, I think
No.
you summed it up nice.
It will, from what I understand, okay, correct me if I'm wrong,
The system was tested at Carowinds.
and it will have a wristband for those of us that have all season,
Yeah,
right?
so for the people, this is how it worked at Carowinds. For the people who bought it, they got a wristband, and then when you bought it, the clerk scanned the wristband, which activated it for the day, and then you just scan the wristband at every single entrance location, and then you'd walk through. There'd probably be like a barrier, something similar to like a turnstile or a gate of some sort, like the subway, for example. That's the first thing that comes to my mind when you scan this wristband.
Yeah.
And then your all-season Fastlane, again, they would scan it, they would activate it. A single-use Fastlane would have a receipt. You just scan the receipt once, and that would prevent people from scanning the receipt multiple times.
We got them to talk by triggering them. That whole segment was just to get Jake to talk. It worked. Yeah, so that's that. And then we can talk about the new app. It does.
Not a fan.
So
I want to show you what the app should have.
Amanda's bad Android phone crashes the Wonderland app every single time. But all 4 of our iPhones works flawlessly.
Okay. So, if we just take a quick peek. Amanda, nobody asked for your opinion. If we just take a quick peek. So, this is what it looks like on Apple Maps. I hate Apple Maps, by the way. But anyway, this is how it looks on Apple Maps. You can zoom in on it more and press a button, and then the rides become 3D. See how it's a 3-dimensional... Why? Where's the camera? Why can't the app have the 3D animated rides like that so there's like depth to it? Oh, I got a notification. Look how cool that would be. That's my tea.
I love the app. So the app is going to have...
You're going to need a microphone.
Oh. The app is going to have single-use Fastlane, digital entitlement wallet, payment with Apple and Google Pay.
What did you just say?
What'd you just call me?
Okay, it's a fancy word for us spoiled folk. I don't know. I actually don't know what it is. Mobile food ordering, improved maps and wayfinding, enhanced and scalable messaging. Scalable? Incremental functionality being developed and added with each new park release. So that's just them saying that they change it up and fix things as...
Did they spell scalable wrong? Or is scalable a word?
Is scalable a word? That's not a word I know.
Define the word scalable. Able to be scaled or climbed. No, it said scalable. Oh no, we're just really stupid, Brendan.
What?
That's how you spell scalable.
Oh. Someone clip this. Someone please clip that moment.
That's how it's spelled.
But yeah, I'm excited. It confirms that mobile food ordering is coming, which I've seen evidence of. All the restaurants have had people working in them all winter. So I don't think they'll launch it at every restaurant right away. I think they'll obviously launch it at a restaurant that can maybe house it. Maybe that's what's going on at Backlot. Maybe all the work going on inside is making it more technologically advanced so it can handle that sort of thing. And Backlot will now be the place where you go and mobile order ahead of time and just come pick it up. But yeah, what do you think about that? What do you think about mobile food and ordering, Caden and Jake?
I'm excited to see how it'll work out. I don't have meal plan or any of that stuff, so I won't be able to try it out for myself. But
Peasant.
but I am excited to see how it will work out for others and see how it's going to turn out. Also, touching on the map, I love the new design of the map. I think it's a lot better than the old one. And personally, what Craig has said about like Google Earth, I like our map more than Google Earth only because Google Earth gets so pixelated when you go into 3D mode. So I prefer our 2D with all the detail.
Did you not listen to what Craig has said? I like the Google one better.
Yeah, I don't.
You said you have the same opinion as I do.
No, I like the Wonderland app better.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh.
You don't listen to Caden.
I don't. You're right, Caden. I don't listen
Also,
to that half of the room.
Something I like about the new app is something Jake pointed out to me is you can search the rides by wait times on the app and map it.
So if you only got like 10 minutes left in your day, search by 10 minutes, and then you wait 10 minutes, you get on.
Yeah, and then all you can go get is the pizza at the back of the park in 10 minutes.
You want me to trigger him?
Yeah.
Wait. Before you continue, I just want to say the new app reminds me of Fortnite. And the map itself. Okay, listen, this is a stretch. Everybody, before Fortnite came out, everybody played PUBG. And PUBG was like the graphic version and all that. And then Fortnite came out. It's all the cartoon version. It's like also happy and everybody's just like, yeah, it just reminded me of that. And I thought that was cool. Yeah.
So the app, I hope, is a lot more reliable with wait times than the employees have been previously entering those wait times into the app. I'm just kidding. By the way, everything I'm saying is to just trigger Jake. Just know that if I'm insulting any ride ops, it is just to get a reaction out of Jake.
This is what you get for saying it's fun to piss me off.
Yeah, it's true. He gives the best reactions when you trigger him, which actually makes it more fun to do.
What do you...
See, look, you're mad. Cry about it.
All right.
That's...
Now he's going to leak something. He's like, you want to know what's inside the tunnel?
Is it this?
No, I wish.
What is
Actually, no,
this?
I don't wish. This is boring. That's going to upset people in Knott's Berry Farm, though. They love this thing.
Revenge.
Montezuma's Revenge. So yeah, this was just this kind of. There were rumors circulating that this wasn't going to happen anymore. I've heard all the rumors that like they accidentally like broke the ride or something during construction.
Drop the loop?
Something like that. I've heard so many different things.
Wait,
They were picking up the loop
Knott's
and then
Berry
dropped
Farm.
it and it broke or something?
Oh, you're talking about.
All I know is they took it off the map on Knott's Berry's app.
I honestly don't know. That was, I guess, I don't know.
So with that being said, Knott's Berry Farm made a surprise announcement today that this will be opening in 2025. So we have our first 2025 park announcement. What do you think?
I think I'm more excited for GTA 6 than whatever this is supposed to be.
Well, I think there's going to be another announcement coming, obviously, in August, when it, just like with all the other park announcements, it's kind of like the Top Thrill 2 announcement. There was the thing that said, hey, we know this ride still exists, coming in 2024. That's all it really said. A new formula for thrills. That was January of last year. And then they didn't speak on it until August 1st when they announced Top Thrill 2, obviously. So I think it's going to be something similar to that.
I agree with you, but I also don't really know what's going on with this ride. Like, is it a new train? Is it what's going on?
Gain's like, I just woke up.
He
I just
woke
work
up,
here.
He saw something on Knott's Berry Farm. He pressed like and then scrolled past.
That's exactly what I did.
Wait, do you not know what this was?
I know what Montezuma's Revenge is, and I know it's been closed and it's been taken off Knott's Berry's app, like on the map. But I don't know what's happening with it, whether it's a new train or like just more theming. I don't really know what's going on with it. All I know is it was closed.
It's making a lot of noise.
Like the mic's not picking it up at all.
And that's our presentation today, I think, on everything. So let's go back. I know that's crazy.
Like 10 of them.
So do we do a hangout stream for answering questions and just end this? What does that look?
If you want to, I don't care. We can do a hangout.
Are you okay, or did you want to go do something? When's the runs?
I'm
I mean, Mexico.
sickeningly ill. Nah, it's not runs.
It slides.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, it's not runs.
Sorry, that was no hangout. Key switches. Just keep it here. No, because then that ruins the podcast.
And then you can't watch the podcast
Yeah.
after.
Yeah,
no, T.O.'s going out tonight.
Oh, awesome. Okay, so if you guys have questions for us, leave. No, I'm kidding. We're gonna take a 5-minute break, 5 to 10 minutes max, and then we're gonna start a live stream again. So go grab some popcorn, go grab some drinks, go grab some,
I'm gonna go grab my popcorn.
You have popcorn?
Yeah.
Can I have some? No, I'm kidding. With that being said, join us back in 10 minutes and we'll have our question period. There's not gonna be any games. We're gonna do maybe a 30-minute hangout. How about that? Just for you guys to ask us some questions. But thank you so much. And when the construction update comes out, please watch it. Bye.